Good afternoon, or good morning, depends on when you're watching this. It's What's Up Now with Teresa Medina-Castillo and a very special guest.
Eddie Seay.
Look at them out there.
Yes, I will.
They know what I look like.
Okay.
And he's here to tell us about your voice. Your vote is your voice.
Yes. Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about us. We've been in existence. Actually, we're a young organization. We're a nonprofit. We work across the state, and we're also nonpartisan. So, our goals are to register voters, to get them not only registered, but to get them involved in the community in many different ways. So we're all about building community. And we're not all about politics either. So, we have a really diverse group of people across the state that are working together to effect change in many different ways. So that's kind of a summary of who we are, how we do things. There's many different components to that. I'm sure we're going to discuss that as we go through the interview, but it's exciting. We're on 8 different campuses across the state, and we're also in 8 different communities across the state. Our goals are to expand into not only into the state of Virginia, but into especially North Carolina and Maryland at this point.
You know, they have low voter turnout.
Yes.
But you've got something really special coming up next month.
Yes, we do.
Tell us about that.
On May 6th, from 6 to 8:30, we'll be at the Early Inn in Rocky Mount here.
Beautiful, beautiful place.
Yes, it is, and we're looking forward to this. But we'll be doing a fundraiser. In the beginning, as we move towards organizing and moving across the state, it unfortunately takes some money to do that. So this is our big fundraiser for the year. It's a wine and cheese event, as I said, from 6 to 8:30 at the Early Inn on Floyd Avenue here in Rocky Mount. And so we'll have 4 different wine vendors.
Local Virginia.
Local Virginia wineries. And we'll have 2 local breweries represented at the event, and also 1 cider. But all of these are Virginia wineries and breweries and cider productions. So not only will we have lots of beverages there for you to taste and try, we'll also have it catered by our Blue Ridge Caterers, who has a really special menu for this event. It's probably one of the most exciting menus I've seen as far as a wine and cheese event goes. So this would be well worth your time and worth the contribution that you're going to make to the success of this event.
And how much are the tickets for this?
We are suggesting $30 per ticket. That includes an unlimited array of beverages and also an unlimited food.
Heavy appetizers is what they're calling it.
Yes, appetizers. Heavy appetizers, yes. Several different canopies: a salmon canopy, a chicken canopy, just an assortment of international cheeses. Those are just some examples of the menu.
Tickets are going to be available next week.
Tickets are available now for
Yay.
anyone that wants to contact us. You can reach us by calling us at 540-238-7051. You can reach us by email at uva493-8503@gmail.com. And we're also on Facebook at Your Vote, Your Voice. So we'd love to have you join us on Facebook, and also indicate that you'd like to attend. We're also mailing out invitations locally, and so many of you will receive invitations in your mailbox this week.
And what do you hope to get from this fundraiser?
Well, our goal...
You're looking for money.
Well, certainly our goal is financial at this point, but not only financial. All right, let's talk about the financial component of this a little bit. We need to raise $12,000. And so that's a hefty goal for us to I guess try to raise in one event. So we need 400 people to attend this event to make it a success. Let me tell you, I guess we need to go back about the history of this organization a little bit to tell you why this is important. We have worked now for over 2 years with students at Ferrum College, and this has really turned out to be one of the most exciting things that I've done in organizing since 2006. And these students are so excited about working not only in the political realm, but working in communities to affect change. We always talk about the fact that millennials are not interested in what's going on, and that millennials are not interested in voting, that millennials just don't get it. But this group of students certainly does not meet that description. They've been out there working in D.C. and in Maryland and in Virginia these past 2 years, just especially with issues like climate change, affordable health care, gun violence issues, violence issues within the communities, working for campaigns. And these students are invested. They've invested so much time and money into this organization to make it work. And we're proud of the work that they've done.
Very important issues that you're dealing with.
Yes. And so, that gives you a little history about what we're trying to do and why we're doing it. Well, along with that, we need to hire a couple organizers, students. Several of these students are graduating from Ferrum this year. Now, not only Ferrum is involved with this, Radford University, VCU, and other schools across the state are involved, and we really need to hire some full-time organizers to meet the demand for what we're doing. It's great we have the demand, but we have to be able to meet those demands.
Definitely.
And so this financial piece of it is something that organizations struggle with. It's just something that we have to do to be successful. And we need to recognize the efforts of these students because, I'm sure you've seen them in Rocky Mountain locations doing voter registration. But
yes, they were in front of the library for the last election.
Yes, and so it's so important that we recognize these not only with compensation, but with recognition of their work, because it is really important to not only this community here in Rocky Mountain, Franklin County, but to communities across the state. And so we need you to share in this work.
A lot of folks don't realize that although you're not-for-profit, you still have overhead expenses.
Certainly.
And not everything can be done out of the back of your car.
Exactly. We have rental of space here in Rocky Mountain, which is our headquarters, by the way. And we operate out of an office here at 527 South Main Street, and which we share with another entity. But we have those expenses, and we have travel expenses. We have so many printing expenses are unbelievable. And so, when you think about all the technology that's available, many people, you still have flyers that you have to print.
Definitely.
You still have mailings that you have to do, and it's very expensive. So, we need some help.
And you need a face in the office.
Yes, exactly. And, we need some help. And that's the most important thing that I can say to you today is that I said earlier we need to recognize these students, but we need help in going out into communities, talking to people about their needs, and trying to address those needs in a way that people believe that we can actually affect some change.
And if you don't vote, nothing changes.
Yes, and and voting is certainly one of the main issues that we work with. But not only do we do that, we do focus groups within the statewide. In fact, we have a focus group meeting tonight here in Rocky Mount with millennials at 6:30 tonight. But it's not only the voting piece that we're talking about here. We're talking about building a community that respects everyone in the community, that respects diversity. Not all of us agree politically, but how do we come together and
As a community.
and work for those things that are important to that community. You know, there's many things in the community that we all support. Education is one of them.
And that's not political.
Right, it's not political, and too many times we make it a political issue. But we're all about working with communities and bringing together many different voices, hopefully making some compromises that might be necessary, but actually coming out with something that's good for that community.
I think it's important to let millennials especially know that if they're complacent,
Mm-hmm.
nothing's going to change. You can
Yes.
complain about it on Facebook all you want, but if
Mhm.
you don't get out there, find out who wants what politically, and actually use your vote as your voice, we're never going to see any changes.
Exactly. So this event is all about making us
Really more solvent.
Yeah, and also having the ability to meet some of the goals that we have, and also recognizing the work that these students have done. So our challenges to this community, and to not only this community, but those people across the state who support us, is to come out, have some fun, and spend some time together.
And it's going to be May the 6th from 6 to 8:30. It's $30 a ticket, and their goal is $12,000.
Yes.
So that means you need 400 attendees.
Yes, we do.
And it is going to be at the Early Inn, and it's a beautiful venue. And there's going to be wine and beer and heavy appetizers, which that fascinates me what that actually
Yes.
means. The tickets are available now. You can get them by calling
Area code 540-238-7051.
or
Email at uva493-8503@gmail.com. And also by visiting us at Your Vote, Your Voice on Facebook.
thank you very much.
Thank you.